Hi guys, we're doing a Valentine's do-it-yourself project that you can make for anybody. Women will love this, and it's a gift that will last for many years. The last time I did this was 1995, and the people that I gave it to still has them today. So, you're going to need scissors, you're going to need a glue gun, you're going to need melt by hot glue, hot melt mini glue sticks. Okay, you're going to need an 8-inch teddy bear. Okay, then I got 1 inch red lace, 1 inch white lace. Then I got 2-inch gathered red lace, 1.5-inch gathered white lace. All right. Just red ribbon, and you want to save the little things here. You want to save the roll that they come on. On this one, I'm not going to use everything on these, so I just took a piece of cardboard and I cut out a round circle. Alright, then I found some diamond wrap. Isn't that pretty? It's not actual diamonds, but it's craft diamond type things. Then we needed popsicle sticks, but the only thing they had was craft sticks, and they're not as big as popsicle sticks, but I'm going to have to make these do. Then you're going to need 2 that come apart. You need 2 embroidery hoops, 10-inch. You're going to need 2. I usually try to use miniature red roses, but I could not find any. So I got these, and then I got some white to go with it, and then some white baby breath to go with it. Now, this project does take a little while, so I'm going to cut this down into 2 different videos, because you're going to need, Lord, how many? See, that one's already split, so I can use that as an end piece. Let's try to find the flattest ones you can find, and you're going to put 4 of them, lay them close together, like that. Let me see if I can get the camera a little closer. Alright. Then we're going to take one of these and put on, lay across the end. And we're going to, if I can hold it still, we're going to mark it, which is probably just about going to be the middle. But once you cut that, you're going to need 2 of them. And then you're going to use, don't get rid of the other end because you're going to need it. Alright, so you're going to need 2 of those. And let's see if I can cut this with a pair of scissors without the wood breaking. Yeah, it worked. Wow, that measured out right in the middle. Can you believe that? Alright, so we got those 2 little pieces. And then we're going to need a piece, not quite as long. I'm going to say about, as you're making these, you can make your own judgment of what you're going to need. So, alright, then you got these two little pieces here. Right, and then this is the middle of that one, and I'm going to keep that. Actually, where's that one that was cracked? Right here. I'm going to use it. I'm going to need another set of the popsicle sticks that's just as long as the middle two. So we're going to cut another one in half. Ow. So here's what we got. We got two of these cut right down the middle, two sets the same size. Then we got one that's just a little bit, one set that's just a little bit smaller. And then once you cut these in two, save these two middle pieces, because you're going to need those, and I'll show you what you need those for. But these, all right, now I think that our, I'm going to line some sticks here to show how far I can go and stay in the eye of the camera. So if you see me, there we go. All right. One thing about this, I'm using red for Valentine's Day, and you can make these for birthdays, weddings, whatever, and do them in any color you want. But anyway, we're going to start with the little half sticks, and what we're going to do, put a ball of glue here, and guys, you want to make sure these things are sticking, and try to get them as straight as you can get them. And just go along and put these on there, kind of like you're building a little miniature palette. Like the glue quit sticking to my fingers. Like a little miniature wood palette. If you get the hot melt glue, it'll hold really well. Alright, now we've got to let that cool just a little bit. And what you're doing, you got to go back here and measure this with this, and you want to put your first stick about 1/4 of an inch above that. Now it is hard to get these straight, so just do your best. Now where you needed 4 sticks on the other one, you're only going to need 3 on this one. There we go. Then you should have 2 things that look like this. And we need to give them just a minute to cool down and kind of set. Alright. Then we're going to, on the back of this one, on the back, put glue here and a dab of glue here to hold it. And you can set it up and it kind of looks like a little park bench type looking thing. And this is where it starts getting a little hard. Alright, now, okay. Alright, the ones that, like this, that have no round tip on each end, what we want to do is put a little bit of glue here on the seat part. And we're going to stick these in there straight up. And you're going to do both sides. You want to let this dry a little bit before you go back and start cleaning up your glue string and stuff like that. Alright, then you're going to need the little smaller than the half pieces like that we cut here, the ones we cut a little bit shorter. We're going to put glue on the ends of this here and the back side of this here. And then you want to try to get this as level as possible. Same thing on the other side. Are you guys starting to understand why this is probably going to be a 2 video? The way I'm going, make them out. And see, you're looking at like a little bench that you've made. Alright, now we got to let that dry a little bit. Now, we're going to separate the make sure these are screwed all the way together. Make them as tight as you can get them. Alright. I'm going to use, I took the middles out of both of those, and I'm going to use the middle of each one of them. So, lay one to the side. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start here and make sure that your lace, like if you hold it out here and it's puffed that way, you want to turn it this way because you want it puffing inward to you. So, go ahead and just start by putting glue on your ring and then just start. Don't do like me and get your fingers all caught on it. And start lining your lace right along your loop. Guys, if I get off camera, I'm very sorry. When you're doing this, you're not really thinking about the camera. You're thinking about making sure that you're doing this right. And I use the little mini hot glue guns. And the reason for that is you can control it a little bit better. You can control the amount of glue. And it's less stressful on your hands having a big old glue gun or hanging onto a big old giant glue gun. Alright, just keep going with your glue. You want to completely cover the whole circle with this. Then, when you get to the end, just match it up with the other, make sure it overlaps just a tad, and then cut it off. Now, you should have a ring that looks like this. Just let it dry a little bit before you really start pulling off the glue strings and stuff like that. But with hot glue, it usually sticks really quick. But you should have a ring, one of the rings should look like this. We're going to put this white lace on top of the red. I've got to figure out where I put this together so I know where to start. Which you don't have to start at the same point. I just do. Alright. Then take your white lace and go right along that. You can also use the 1.5 inch lace to go around that, but I didn't. And I do about 5-inch section at a time, and that kind of is how much I can get on there before it dries, and it's still hot enough to make it stick really well. Alright, so we got this one done. We've got to let this cool all the way down. We've still got a lot of work to do on it, but this is what it should look like without the glue strings. But this is what you should have. We're going to take the shorter lace, the thinner lace, and we're going to do the same thing to it. And I'll be back as soon as I get that on there. I had to switch to another little bear. If you can find the ones that doesn't have a lot of fur on them like this, you know, see how furry he is? You want them like this. But I had to go get this one because I had the bear for a 14-inch rim instead of a 10-inch rim, and I'm working with 10. See the difference? So the size of the bear does matter. But anyway, here's the two that I did, and this one the lace isn't pleated off the row, so I just pleated it as I glued it on, and then go back and clean up your glue. This is all you want to do to this one. You don't want to put really anything else on there. But the one with the 2-inch wide and the white, you're not done with this one. So now we're going to take one of the hoops that's got the little metal thing, screw it all the way closed, and on this one, instead of going on the edges like this, like we did the other one, instead of going, let me get my lace straightened up here, find the other end. On this one, instead of going around the edges like this, like we did on the others, on this one we're going to glue it this way. We're going to glue it on the side like this, around it. Okay, like I said, on this one, I just went in between left the little metal thing showing. But you want to glue this one, not on this edge, but you want to glue it like this. Then, we're going to take the red ribbon that we had, like I showed you, and we're going to go along the top of this and put it right along this. Okay guys, I got that one done. I put the red lace right around there like that. So guys, this is what you should have done by now. The 3 rings. This one, you have to make sure that it's going to set flat to where the lace comes out, but kind of poofs out a little bit. See how that kind of poofs when you set it down? Comes out this way. Isn't that cute? Alright, I'm going to give it a break because I got a couple of other things I got to do real quick.